So we just need somebody to volunteer to pray us in. Was that you, Charlie, that volunteered?
Oh, certainly. Yeah, I'm a good volunteer.
Okay.
All right. Let us quietly and get centered and become more increasingly aware of the divine presence within us and within all creation. There's no limit to God's presence. It's everywhere. And it's in each of us and everyone right now. And we honor that presence and we express the resemblance of that presence. And we understand that we're here to experience life, to be of service, and to learn. And for that, I do give thanks, and so it is.
And so it is. Cool. Thank you everybody for coming here today. We're going to do one of my favorite things. Actually, two of my favorite things all at once. And that is we're going to have a healing session. Um, and then we're going to do a remote healing, but it's not going to be remote because we're going to go out of body to get to the person we're going to heal. And so we'll talk about that. So I prepared, prepared a slideshow to show. I just want to talk about what's out there in terms of healing and the science behind it, because so many times, uh, to me, it's a little easy to be dismissive if you don't really understand the science. At least that's how I am. So what I'd like to do is just go through this really quickly, and I want to talk about one of my favorite parts of healing, which is healing the past. And so we'll talk about that for a second, and then we will start. So that's what I just told you what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about scientific evidence on healing intention, prayer as a healing practice, critiques and controversies about this, because there's going to be, and then the implications for health and well-being, and then how can you heal the past. So to heal, we use an intention to heal. We use an intention not necessarily to change circumstances, and I'll talk about this in a minute, but I think the best intention to use is the highest and the best for everyone involved. Because to do otherwise, to say, I'm going to, mend this bone or heal the blood or get rid of the tumor, maybe that's just not in this person's path. And so if we decide ahead of time specifically what we want, I think we stand a better chance of failing. But if we say for the highest and best for everyone involved, then that opens us up to experience maybe something outside of our reality, maybe something that could be called a miracle, because we often don't know what is best for someone. Prayer is healing. Prayer has been studied as a healing modality for probably since, I would say, the 70s. But well before that, every religion, every belief system has a way of using prayer to a greater power as a form of healing. And as a matter of fact, if you're a Christian and the Bible talks about Jesus using a prayer for healing. So healing and prayer intersect across traditions, blending religious faith with a secular mental focus. So I guess what I'm trying to say with that, it's a long way of saying whether you believe or not, you still have the ability to heal. It's an innate ability in all humans. And you can heal yourself. From the time you were a little kid, when you get a scratch, you would have a scratch and put a Band-Aid on it, and then a day or two later, magically, you could take the Band-Aid off and the scratch would be gone. We know how to heal. What we have to learn is how to get out of the way of healing. We talked about ancient healing traditions, religious texts and miracles. And there have been a lot of advancements in science that have proven some of these ancient thoughts about healing, about the placebo effect. We'll talk a little bit about that later. But there's been a lot of interest in this because people are starting to lose their faith in chemicals. They're starting to lose their faith in even doctors. And they're starting to rely more on the innate intelligence of the body and its ability to heal. It's now being integrated in healthcare. I know that the VA is using many, many alternative healing modalities to try to deal with PTSD, which is pervasive throughout the last few wars that we've had among the soldiers and sailors and airmen. Patients pray for themselves many times, pray for their own healing. But the more important benefit, I think, that has been determined by technology is the psychosocial benefit, which is a little bit harder to measure. But the fact that knowing that people are willing to hold an intention for you as an individual to get better, or for you as an individual to come to your highest and best good, that's a benefit that you just simply can't put a price on. So the scientific evidence. So what does science say? It says that we can't change the screen right now. Wait, stop. Go. There we go. There have been many, many studies, like I say, starting in the 70s. Notable ones we'll talk about in a minute, but they focused on healing in the room. They focused on distant healing. And quite frankly, the data has mixed outcomes, and we'll talk about why that is in a minute. There's a lot of diverse studies that have been designed in order to try to test this hypothesis that prayer and intention heals. Some of the problems that they have is trying to figure out what's a success. Is the person not dying a success? Is the person getting better a success? Is the person not becoming infected with another organism? Is that the success? So there have been a lot of challenges in trying to measure this. And of course, when you have challenges like that, and you have many different people looking at it from many different perspectives, from the religious, from the technological, from the medical, from the non-religious but secular view, everybody has a different opinion of what happened even in the same study. And they also call the placebo effect a limitation on the study. And I think that's interesting. And I think that would only come from a technological mind, because isn't the placebo effect what we're going for? Aren't we trying to change the mind, to change the body? Don't we want the person to believe that what's happening to them is the result of people praying for them, is the result of their body suddenly finding the energy to turn whatever it is around and have their healing? Or alternatively, don't we want people to know that when they're being prayed for, even if they don't stay in their bodies, even if they pass on from whatever illness this is, don't we want them to know that their passing will be much easier, and that they will just have a much better time if they're prayed for? So, let's see. So prayer is a healing practice. There's categories of healing prayers, intercessory prayers, those are the old school kind of, please come and intercede in this disease and make me better and heal me. There's prayer rituals that people do across many different traditions. There's contemplative, which is like meditation. And then there's petitionary, which is specific healing. And then understanding prayer types kind of helps us to try to figure out which one of those prayer types works. We've been given examples throughout history, especially in Christianity, which I'm most familiar with, and that is with using saints and the Mother and Jesus to intercede for healing with the higher power, with God. And sometimes that is the model that we lean toward, but it might not be the most beneficial model. Let's put it that way. So again, so hard to measure outcomes. Nature, the frequency, the relationship of the person being prayed for versus the person who is doing the praying, all of those things are hard to quantify and very hard to counterbalance with controls. But the beneficial, most benefits is the psychosocial benefits. Those are enhanced hope in the person, reduced stress in the person, and just allowing the person to understand that they have a community that loves them. The role of social support has been touted as the reason for prayer's benefits. It's just increased personal belief systems are increased. If less stress, that just frees up your body to do what it does naturally, and that's to heal. So of course we have the controversies and the critiques and skepticism. So the biggest challenge is, again, trying to control for all the variables that are involved, and also trying to replicate findings. The other thing that I think is probably more important than anything else is the bias in the person viewing the data. If the scientist, usually scientists are running these studies, but if the scientist viewing the data believes that prayer heals, that's what they're going to see. If the scientist viewing the data believes that prayer is just, it's a fine thing, but it doesn't work, that's what they're going to find, just because it's so hard to control for the variables. And again, the placebo effect is seen as a negative. But again, I think the placebo effect is essentially what we're going for, frankly, when we do this. There's all kinds of challenges. You know, we talk about, back in the day when I first started studying healing, we always talked about talking to the person's higher self, at getting permission from the higher self. But the way that I view it is this: I'm going to send, or I'm going to connect, or I'm going to do whatever it is we do, and it's not clear what we do when we do healing. And I'm going to leave it up to the person to receive the energy or not. And because we know there's no such thing as time and space, or we're coming to find that out through science, that there is no such thing as time and space, I know that when I send healing energy, that healing energy could be used today, it could be used 100 years ago, or it could be used 150 years in the future. There simply is no connection between time and space and the type of energy or the type of whatever it is we're using. And so I don't worry about it too much, because I know that if it's not in that person's highest interest to accept whatever it is I'm giving them, that it will go to a good purpose. It just may not be the one that I've directed it to. And again, I leave that up to the intelligence of spirit. I leave it up to the intelligence of the universe to decide where this energy goes and for what purpose. Again, you know, how do you manage the efficacy of this healing? What's the dose? How often do you do it? And how do you measure it? It's all subjective. But again, subjective is that placebo effect. Isn't that what we're going for? Isn't that what we're trying to do? We're trying to make the person's journey just a little bit easier, just a little bit more acceptable, and we're trying to alleviate suffering. So, implications for health and well-being. You know, spiritual practices, as I think part of this upgrade that we're experiencing, that we'll talk about in a minute, I think that now everything that we do is a spiritual practice. From flipping off the guy that just cut us off to praying for someone's good. Everything that we do is a spiritual practice, because we are truly, aren't we just souls having a human experience? And so it's up to us to monitor our spiritual practices, to make them beneficial instead of not. And So this can be integrated into all kinds of approaches: the allopathic chemical approach, the doctor approach, and just the friend approach. There have been many books written and many thoughts, but all of your words are prayers. And so every time you direct good feelings, good thoughts, good words to someone, you're actually participating in a spiritual practice of healing. And it's important that we be mindful of that. So the patients derive comfort, they get emotional support, and sometimes I think people who have experience, like Laura, will tell you that the emotional and support benefits are sometimes more important than anything else you could do for a patient, especially toward the end. So here are some of the studies that have shown positive effects. In 1988, they took some coronary patients and they took their files and prayed over the files. And these patients had been let out of the hospital sometimes up to 10 years prior to praying, prior to their being prayed for. And these people actually, the prayed for patients versus the controlled patients files, the prayed for patients had, unbelievably enough, shorter hospital stays, less infection, and better oxygenation of their systems after their surgery. It's kind of interesting when you think that they're already out of the hospital, but because they were prayed for at a later date, they had positive effects in the past. And that's really kind of a mind bender, but it's something that science has proved over and over again. And there's another study that showed overall outcomes in the prayed for group were improved. This one I really like, the TARG study of AIDS people. She took 40 individuals who had AIDS and had them be prayed for, and then there was a controlled group. And what she found was that the people who were being prayed for had fewer illnesses, AIDS-related illnesses, fewer hospitalizations, and better medical outcomes. And this was back in 98. As a matter of fact, I think Elizabeth Targ stopped the study because she was seeing so much improvement with the prayed for people that she thought it was not ethical to continue not praying for people. So those are some of the studies that have been done. We talked about researcher bias. And I mean, researcher bias is kind of true with just about everything. If you're familiar with the radioactive click study, just briefly, and this is not something that I'm really conversant with, but I read a study where they audio taped radioactive clicks, and then they broke the time that they were videotaped. They did this over many hours into half-hour segments. And then what they did was no one listened to the tape. And they asked people to then listen to these tapes and then try to either increase the number of clicks with their mind or decrease the number of clicks during a particular segment. What they found out was that the people actually had an effect on the number of clicks after the fact, which is interesting, but only to the point where it hadn't been viewed. In other words, once it was viewed, it was set in stone. So that kind of goes back to that old meme or axiom or whatever you want to say. If a tree falls in the woods and there's no one here to hear it doesn't make a sound. And so what this particular study showed was that the people that we influence outcomes, that everything that happens, I mean, I think you can derive this maybe, that everything that happens in our life, we influence the outcome of that in some way, just by observing it. And so when we talk about observer bias, it's the same kind of thing, where if they believe something's going to happen, it will happen that way. So there's got to be, I'm sure that we're going to keep doing research, and as other fields open up and other studies unrelated to healing, like the click study, the radioactive click study. As these studies are done, and as the findings of these studies are then related to consciousness, are then related to healing, I think we're going to learn more and more about not only the way our brain works, the way our consciousness works, but the interplay between us and everyone else, how we're all connected. So healing beyond time, we talked a little bit about it earlier on with the one study where researchers were able to influence cardiac patients sometimes 10 years after they'd left the hospital just by sending intention and prayer to them. This is intriguing to me, this healing beyond time, because what can happen with this is that healing beyond time, we can heal our ancestors. We can heal back, I think, as far as we need to go. I heard something today that was a little bit limiting. Someone said they were healing their ancestors and they realized that it was more than 7 years back and they can't heal more than 7 years back. I think that's a false limit. I think that if we can heal today, 100 years ago, if we can change things, then not only can we do that for our ancestors and the DNA that we have, but we can also do that in our own lives. We can heal events that happened in our earlier life that still may be affecting us. Some people are so in love with their trauma that they won't let it go and it becomes a part of them. But what if we could heal that? What if we can make them feel differently? Not change it, change the way they feel about it, change the way it makes them suffer, change the way they think about it. And then if we change the way someone thinks, we can then change the way their body reacts. Much of research, especially in the Joe Dispenza kind of realm, is centered on what can we do with our minds once we change our subconscious, which he calls the operating system of our minds. That's the operating system of our bodies. If we change our subconscious, we can change our bodies. We can create health. We can optimize ourselves just by changing how we feel about past events. And how cool is that? So let's see. Here we go. These are a couple of retroactive prayer studies. Here's one where there was over 3,000 patients who were hospitalized with bloodstream infections. They were randomly assigned for prayer, and they found that the prayed for group had shorter hospital stays, shorter fevers, even though the events had already happened. So there's a thing we call in remote viewing that is like the viewer's loop. So the really remote viewing isn't done until you've gotten the feedback. And so it's very important that you get the feedback in order to close this loop that we're talking about, to change the observations. So why is this important? First of all, it's like interesting as heck. I mean, to think that we can influence time in reverse, or time in the future, or even time in our own past. So to throw away the constraints of linear time, that's huge. Of course, people are debating it all over the place. And skeptics are quoted as admitting that even some of these studies, the information or the outcome is statistically significant, but philosophically disturbing. Sure. Isn't that like Einstein's, what do you call it, quirky action at a distance, when he talked about when he was just getting into relativity? So consciousness operates outside time. We know this. We know this because when we meditate, when we get caught up in something, time goes away. When we're in the present moment, time goes away. And the universe may be more interconnected in terms of past and present than we know. So we've talked at length about healing, about some of the problems with measuring healing, about some of the ways that we've tried to measure it. But even though we've talked about all of those things, in order to try to get both sides of the story in our hearts. We wouldn't be here if we didn't understand and know that our thoughts, our intentions for good influence everything around us, to include people, places, and things. So let's see. So that is it. That's the show. Screen sharing is stopped. Okay. So did the lecture, first of all, I gave your left brain something to do, so hopefully it's asleep because we're going to use right brain here in a minute. But um, did it bring up anything for you at all?
It was more confirming for me.
More confirming. Okay. Good. Good. And I think I want to talk about the upgrade. So turned on my computer this morning and my computer said, stop, we're upgrading your systems. And I'm like, okay. So I let it run, let it run, let it run. It came back up and it looked exactly the same to me. And I thought about the parallel of us being upgraded, right? And the computer has to tell you, now this recent upgrade just did this and now you'll be able to do this. Okay, but there really isn't anybody telling us that with our upgrades, is there? We're getting all of these energetic upgrades all the time and we're not sure how to use them. And I think one of the ways that we've been upgraded is this concept of time and this concept of living in a really, it's beginning to feel more comfortable anyway, to live in a non-local environment where we're just seconds away from the past, we're seconds away from the future, um, and we're trying to stay in present moment. And I think that's a new upgrade for us because it totally frees us to now explore the past, to fix it, to explore a present, fix it, and then to explore the future and maybe even try to fix the future because we know it's a big loop, right? So if we fix the future, we fix the past. If we fix the past, we fix the future. So all of this is to say that what we're going to do in a few minutes is travel, but not in the way we did before. Uh, the last time we did this, I think we picked out a vehicle and we traveled to the person in the vehicle. I no longer think that's necessary. As a matter of fact, I had kind of a download this morning that what we're going to do is open a portal and step through it. So we're going to, the veil between us, we're all connected, right? Um, we used to think, and I'm starting to change this thought, that we send energy. But if you really think about it, can humans send energy millions of miles, thousands of miles? Can humans send energy into the past? Or is it a matter of us being connected to the past, connected to the future? And we just ride that connection. Instead of sending energy, we ride that connection and we just improve that connection and we focus on that connection with our intention. And if we do an energetic healing at that point, it's a little bit different because we're there. So it's a nuance, but at the same time, I think it's where we're going. It's this notion that uh, we are all connected, and so if I can change something in me, I can change it in you. If I can calm myself, I can calm you, and we know this. We know this from working with people. When someone's upset, if we get upset with them, they get more upset. If someone's upset and we calmly speak to them, they come down. We know this. We don't know how we do it. It's not that we're so clever, our words are so great. It's because our energy or our beingness has changed. And they interpret that and they pick that up because we're connected, right? So, what I want to do, and if this is too annoying, tell me, but what I want to do is I have some music I want to play, and then we're going to do a meditation, if it's okay. And then I also have, if the I'm going to show the kaleidoscope during the meditation. For those of you who would prefer to see the kaleidoscope as opposed to just listening to my voice, I know that it helps some people. But if you can stick with it, first of all, I know that in just formulating the intention to heal the specific person, is going to do something. It's going to do something positive. It's going to have a positive effect. It's going to have a positive effect on the person who formulated the intention. It's going to have a positive effect on the other person if they choose to accept it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is it's going to strengthen that consciousness part of each of us that believes we're connected, because we're going to see it, we're going to feel it, and we're going to be able to report on it. So we're actually going to go to this person, step through the portal, and be in the room with them, wherever they are. And then we will ask for guidance for either uh, hands-on healing or maybe back healing, however that's going to work. That's going to be up to you and your guidance. But I will tell you, in doing some research for this today, uh, it used to be the effort, and this is another way I think we've been upgraded. You used to see people, concentrating and focusing and having to make sure that they're holding, the vision of the person in their mind and all this other stuff. And what I learned, or what I'm feeling, is it's more of a pulse. It's more of, I build the intention and then I send it off. And I can send it off through my hands. I can send it off from my third eye. I can send it off through my heart. But it's a pulse. And then that pulse goes through the connection to that person and does whatever it needs to do. Does that make sense? I hope. So instead of efforting, it's not about efforting anymore. It's not about the person with the best focus any longer. It's about the person who just releases and allows. It's about allowance. Okay. All right. So any questions? And I don't know where my phone is, so I have no idea what time it is. Yes, Charlie.
Yeah. Okay. You asked us to contact somebody that we're going to do healing for. The person I've tried to contact hasn't responded. So I'm suggesting that maybe I'll choose Laura. And Laura, if you've got an issue, I'll choose your issue. And if you'd like, you can choose my issue. We'll work on each other. How's that? Good.
Okay. And so for fun, if you're going to do that, Charlie, you could see Laura's room right now, so you know what she looks like. But Laura, if you would just pick out one thing in that room, don't show it to Charlie right now, but pick out one thing in that room that Charlie will recognize when he gets there. Charlie, you do the same thing. Pick out one thing that Laura can't see right now and see if you can see it when Laura will see if she can see it when she gets there. It's just fun. It's not stress.
Okay.
It's fun. Okay. Um, what time is it? Oh, I see it. It's 12:34. Okay. All right. We got plenty of time. Any other questions? And this feel like something y'all want to do? We lost Katrina, I think. I think she doesn't want to do it. But we'll go forward. Okay. So I'm going to share. Tell me if we're going to do a test on this. And if it's too annoying, we won't do it. So I'm going to share.
Katrina wasn't at home. She was out somewhere.
Oh, I thought I saw her. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was here, but she was on her phone. She wasn't at home.
Oh.
She was out somewhere.
All right, I'm going to stop for a second and I'm going to bring up the right screen. Okay. And now I'm going to go back. Forgive me, this is like way too much logic. Okay, share.
Here comes Katrina.
Okay, good. All right, so you see the screen?
Yeah.
You can look at it. You don't have to look at it, but it's there if you want it. All right. So as you settle back into your chair, into your comfort, just take a deep breath. And as you breathe out all the stress, the anxiety, any kind of trepidation, any kind of worry. Set that aside. And as you breathe in, imagine a wonderful golden energy up above your head, just swirling above your head. And now allow that energy to enter into your body through your 7th chakra, right in the very middle of the top of your head. And feel that energy. It's like little scrubbing bubbles for your brain as it comes into your skull and it circulates around the muscles of your face. And it circulates your brain and it just cleans and clears every fiber, every cell, every speck of you. Everything that is no longer needed for your highest good, everything that is no longer needed and is just hanging around. We're just going to do a deep cleanse, and that energy is just going to pick all that up as it swirls in a spiral and it continues through your body. And feel that energy as it's swimming around the base of your skull, right where it hurts sometimes, down your neck. And feel that energy swirling around, removing any knots or cords or attachments that you might have picked up through this lifetime or any other lifetime. They're gone. Just let them go. They mean nothing to you. They're not helpful. And release. And know that everything that is being taken up by this wonderful golden energy is for your betterment, for your health, and it is for your safety, to keep you safe. Because right now you are surrounded by the love of the universe, which is pouring through your body, and you are safe. Maybe safer than you've ever felt right now at this moment. And allow that energy to swirl around your shoulders, removing all of the burdens that were never yours to start with, that you've been carrying. And allow it to penetrate down into your bones. And let's strengthen those bones. Let's fortify them with some cosmic love as the cells are just being expanded and strengthened and formed just like steel by this wonderful energy. As this energy enters into our shoulders, now our lungs. So much grief is carried in our lungs, and now our lungs are being cleaned and cleared of any residual grief, any residual thing that would keep us from our inspiration, our inhalation, our knowing. And so let's take a deep breath. Feel how springy that breath comes in, how easily it's released. And allow this energy now just to swirl around your abdomen. Lots of organs in your abdomen, and most of them have a very, very serious job to do. Let's cleanse and clear. Let's give them a little bit of a vacation so they don't have to cleanse. We're doing it for them, and allow the universe just to come in and remove anything that isn't in your highest and best interest. Any lumps, any bumps, any cellular debris, it's all being removed. And what's left in its wake is this beautiful, pristine, clear, lovely water. The water of the gods, the water of the universe, devoid of any tears. It's this beautiful, immaculate water. And now allow this beautiful energy now to swirl along with you, revitalizing and cleansing and clearing, fixing, repairing every nerve, cell, fiber, molecule of your being. As it enters into your 2nd chakra, pelvis part, that's where all the energy about being is. And allow your beingness to shine. Allow it to clear away all the negative thoughts from you or anyone else about who you are, about who you're becoming, and about your birthplace in this world, in this universe. Take Take another deep breath, and it's even easier to breathe now and to let it go. And as you let it go, you feel all of this negative energy just leaving your body. And it leaves your body, and you can just, there's almost like there's a earth vacuum cleaner just sucking that energy down into the earth. Because the earth, the transmuter of all things, is transmuting that energy for you into something beautiful, into something for your benefit. And so now that energy enters into your hips, your stability, your ability to move forward, cleansing, clearing, showing the way. And now it's into your thighs, into those huge muscles, those muscles that are so important to you. Cleansing and clearing, straightening out. If any of those muscle fibers are tense, they're relaxed now. Then you find your knees, where you hold your fear about moving forward, totally cleansed and cleared, and relaxed. That energy goes down your calf to your ankles, swirling around your ankles, the seat of your mobility, out the bottom of your feet, the beautiful feet that have taken you everywhere in your life and will continue to transport you. And now as this energy enters into the ground, feel it as a grounding cord between you and the earth. Because what we are about to do will require us to be grounded and firmly connected. And so now that energy that's left your body and went into the earth earlier is now coming back into your aura as a beautiful purple sparkling, beautiful purple sparkles, glitter, just surrounding you. And let's just sit in this wonderful energy with the golden energy going down into the earth, grounding you, and then the beautiful purple energy coming up and blessing you and filling in all those voids where there was negativity. Now it's just purple glitter. How cool is that? And allow yourself just to relax in this wonderful, wonderful energy. Now take a deep breath. And as you exhale, imagine yourself exhaling a cloud. And this cloud, it ends up just in front of you. And with every breath, this cloud gets just a little bit bigger, a little bit denser. Take another breath and allow this cloud to get just as big as you are. And as you keep breathing into this cloud, all this wonderful energy that you have, all that you are, imagine the molecules of this cloud separating. And as they separate, imagine a doorway being shown, a portal. And it's a portal to the person that you've requested to heal. It's a portal to somewhere else. And you don't have to worry about how to get there, because when you're ready, all you need to do is open that door and step through, and you'll be standing in the presence of the individual to whom you're directing your healing, to whom you've decided to heal. Still glistening with the purple energy, still glowing with the golden flow, still connected to the earth. When you are ready, you will find yourself stepping inside. And as you do, you look around the room and you see this person, and you can see that their aura lights up as they recognize you, and they know that you're there, and they welcome you to be with them. And as you look around the room, you look around where they are, the room that they're in, what they're doing. Are they sitting or standing? Are they laying down? Are they napping? Are they cooking? What are they doing? What room of the house are they in? Decide where they are. take a deep breath and just look around and wonder at the miracle of you being able to go wherever you want, whenever you want. This energy of you. And so as you keep breathing, this energy keeps forming around you. And now you decide how you're going to administer this wonderful healing through your connections, through being connected. You recognize those connections, and you can see where you're connected. Is it through the heart? Is it through the pineal gland? Are you just connected by holding hands? But somehow there's this beautiful connection between you. And through that connection, as you build this healing energy, you're about to send this wonderful healing energy through that connection into this person's aura. Just in one quick pulse, gentle pulse, you'll see this energy just flooding into them, filling them up with sparkles and glitter and gold and purple and pink and yellow, all the beautiful colors of the rainbow. Fill their aura, fill their mind. And all of a sudden, as you look at their face, you can see the radiance of their smile as they gratefully accept this energy from you. And as you allow this energy to continue to come in through your head, through the connections to them, you see that the energy that you've brought now begins to come in through the top of their head. Cosmic energy enters through the top of their head. And they feel it, and it's healing every muscle, cell, pore, fiber of their being. And you stand there with this energy swirling and flowing all around you, and it's one of the more beautiful, emotive scenes you've ever seen. You feel their emotion and they feel yours through your connection. And you share this beautiful moment together. And now, as you step back, and the energy re-enters your body, yet the cosmic energy is still flowing through theirs. If you want, you can set a timer and set the cosmic energy to go off every hour for 5 minutes, or whatever you think is best to suit them, whatever you feel like doing. But know that they themselves and everyone that they touch will be influenced by this beautiful gift that you've given, as will you. Because every gift given is returned to the sender tenfold. And as you take a deep breath, you feel this sense of wonderment at the idea of being able to travel, of the idea of being in two places at the same time. And with gratitude, you now turn and step back through the doorway that you came in. And you stand at that doorway and you wave goodbye or blow a kiss, do whatever it is you need to do, and let them know that you'll always be with them whenever they need healing. And now, in your mind, let's travel to each other. Let's find a point above us, maybe 500 feet in the air. Let's join hands as we step through another air portal, whatever you want to call it. And now we are physically, in our minds, we're physically together holding hands. And this beautiful energy that's pouring through us, circling around us, coming into us, keeping us connected to the earth, is just flowing all around us. And with our hearts, we send a pulse to the earth so that all of the politicians and all of the victims and all of the people who are in need receive this wonderful healing energy that we send. And as we do that, you may feel the hand of the mother on your head. She's with us. She is also reinforcing our connections, reinforcing this energy. She's very pleased with our efforts to heal this world. And imagine the beautiful golden purple and all the glitter and the shiny colors entering every person on this earth, changing their hearts for the better. And imagine them stopping for just 1 second in recognition of this. Everyone in the world. Knowing they are loved. Knowing that they are not alone. And now let's send this energy to the animals, all the animals of the world. The loved, the unloved. All of those creatures who came just to teach us. We send them our energy, our love. And now we send it to all the elementals, all the earth deities, everybody that keeps our food growing, everybody that keeps our earth turning. We send them our wonderful energy and thank them. And now we send energy to each other. It looks like fireworks going off as we just send this heart-connected energy back and forth to each other in beautiful colors with so much love. And now we find ourselves disconnecting from each other, at least physically, and coming back down through the clouds, through the trees, back to earth, through our rooftop, in our chairs, in our seats. As we come back down, and we, at the count of 5, we will be awakened to this beautiful new energy that we have created and that we have brought into our bodies and that we have shared with every living being. 5, feeling the chair underneath you, feeling your body supported. 4, wiggling those fingers and toes, maybe moving your head around just a little bit to get that energy flowing again. 3, taking a deep breath, fully back into our bodies. 2 and 1, eyes open, wide awake, into this new world that we've created, into this new body, and into this new feeling of love. Oh, I raised my hand, did I?
You were speaking like this.
No, I was
Came
not
up on the
doing this.
screen.
I know, I'm not very, I know I do that all the time. Okay, so is everything off, the music and everything for you guys? Okay. All right, are you back in your chairs? Did we leave anybody behind? We leave no man behind.
That was amazing.
How was it? Did you get to your objectives? Did you get in the room?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
There you are, Charlie.
Yeah.
Lit up.
So I got to visit you, Laura.
You what?
I got to visit you.
Oh, good.
And what I saw was the image of the Divine Mother all around you and through you with her hands like this.
Thank you.
And the object, I guess I imagined I saw, was the instrument used for your bowls.
Oh, cool. That was the mother did show up again. She kind of she likes these healing things. I think she's trying to. I really do. I mean, I think that she's trying to heal. I mean, we got to figure this out. We really got to figure this out. So I think that that's what she's doing is she's giving us the energy to help figure this out or the connection. What about you, Kev? You're very, very quiet.
Oh, I had quite the experience. I did the visiting, whatever, and I'd love to go through the bedroom to see how accurate I was. I was dealing with a 92-year-old cousin who lost two children in November.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I was working with her heart, basically. And during it, I felt the presence of her husband and the two children, and they were thanking me for working with her. And then when I was finished, they reminded me that they are there to take care of her, sort of thing, while I'm not there, but I was welcome to come back. So that was basically the experience I had.
That's perfect. Perfect, Kevin. Okay, well, I think it's 101. How did we do that? We did that. Did we do that?
That's an angel number.
That must have been a very long meditation. I don't. Yeah. So, did kaleidoscope work? Now we're getting technical, but did the kaleidoscope work for you all?
Yeah,
Kind of
I used
cool.
it.
It works for me because I need the visual stimulation because my mind travels if I don't have a visual attachment.
Hmm. Yeah, I was thinking of you, Kevin, when I put that up. I was trying to figure out if I could make that work. So
Oh,
good. I'm glad it
it did.
worked.
It did.
Good.
Works for me too because I'm watching for people to enter the room in case they come late.
Oh, so you have to keep opening your eyes. Yeah.
So,
Cool.
That was
Well,
great, Teresa. Thank you.
oh, thank you, Melody. It's nice to meet you. It's good to see you. And thank you all for allowing me to do this. It was very fun. And it was very touching. I think we got some good work done, and let's all go get some ice cream.
And I did go see Charlie, and Charlie was glowing with healing. And the thing that stuck out to me was the statue of the penguins.
Oh,
Statue
nice.
for what?
The penguins that you showed us last week.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I kept seeing that there. That you were just like glowing. It was really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, my art is very creative. I just did another one this morning, just coming out of the oven. of a hummingbird feeding its little baby in a nest.
Nice.
Thank
Well,
you, Terry. That was
yeah.
cool.
Thank you.
Thank you all. And yeah, I'll do it again sometime. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Enjoy your day, everyone. Thank you.
Have a wonderful
Bye.
week, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
I